princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're going to take a look at the new Scott Barnes blush singles. I got a lot to say about these little guys that were just released the other day in about seven shades, brand new to the Scott Barnes site. And they are available there right now. I don't have any links to them, but I will try to get those up soon. But that is where you can find these in 7 different shades. It is, as I keep saying, the summer of the blush, and sometimes it feels like if we get another blush, it's just going to be overkill. But I want to tell you what I did with this blush release that I feel is a little bit different and could be a great addition to your makeup collection. And that is, I went with some of the wilder shades. So Scott Barnes, of course, his artistry is it doesn't have an equal. He's just amazing. And I could have gone with the safe shades, but I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you why. And then in the demo, I want you to see how it comes together, so please stick around for that. And you are getting a preview now, but the preview doesn't really tell you everything. Okay, so I do hope you stick around. I went for 2 shades. I went for Ultra Pink and I went for Plumeria, which is this wild yellow color. The reason I did these 2 wilder colors, and it worked out for me, so it was a good chance to take. I just wanted to try the blushes. They are $30 each, so they're steeply priced, but I wanted to try. The quality is excellent. I wanted to see about that, and I wanted to go out on a limb and try some of the wilder, less safe colors, because I think right now I pretty much have a blush in every shade of the rainbow, but I didn't have yellow. Do you remember a long time ago, Fenty Beauty released a purple blush? It wasn't that long ago, but a few seasons ago. I never got it because I was like, oh, what am I going to do with a purple blush? And I've always kind of coveted it. So I thought, let me get this Plumeria yellow and let's see what we could do with it. And though it looks like I didn't do anything with it, I did a lot with it today that you'll see in the demo. The first thing I want to do is compliment Scott Barnes on the way that he's taken his brand. So the last few releases we saw a season or 2 ago from Scott Barnes got a lot of attacks online. I'm not quite sure why the spotlight went on him, but it did. People were upset about the pricing. People were upset about where the products were made. And, kudos to Scott Barnes, both the man and the brand. They really took it on head on. Scott Barnes did a lot of PR, a lot of sales for people that felt the products were too expensive, and really kind of showed that he was indeed listening to the consumers, which we do have brands out there right now that are not doing. So kudos to Scott Barnes, whatever it is you guys want to say. Kudos to the man and the brand for really listening to what was kind of brewing online when the brand was discussed. And I actually completely respect that. It's another reason I wanted to review these blushes. So again, we are $30 a blush, and you get a nice amount of product here. It's not too small and not too big. It's not that giant blush that we're thinking, how will I ever use this up? And it's not an itty bitty thing that you cannot get your brush into. Again, and these are, I was watching all the PR and all the promos that went with the release of these blushes. And apparently, according to Scott Barnes, he heard from the manufacturers that these are light sensitive. And to steal his joke, he said, I guess you shouldn't leave them on the dash of your car. I keep my blushes in a drawer, so it shouldn't be a problem. But since they mentioned it, I thought I would mention it to you too. So I want to play with these specifically, you'll see in the demo, in terms of layering. I don't want to wear a full-on yellow blush. I don't want to wear a full-on gold blush, to be honest with you. But yellow, bright yellow especially. But I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can layer this crazy looking blush to make it not so darn crazy. And this crazy looking pink, this ultra pink, which can be crazy and fun, and can also be paired and blended for a totally different look, and these products work really well with it. Do remember, though I say this in the demo, I want to emphasize it again here, many of us are going back into mask mandates. When you can't make a statement with your lipstick, a very bright blush can bring that color to your face even with a mask on. So do remember that. I really want you to stick around for the demo. I think it's pretty fun, if I do say so myself. Let's go right now. Okay, let's play with these colors. I'm really kind of excited, as you can tell by my bright pink top, to get into this and see what we can do with it. Let's start with the Ultra Pink, which is really, when you look at it next to like my pink shirt, almost goes a bit purple. So I finally did get that purple blush. And I'm going to really go heavy with it purposely because I want to see what happens when we put the Plumeria over the top of it. All right, so first of all, if we wanted to do just a kind of bright pink, let's say if I were wearing, for instance, this top here out in the summer. And really, we have we've instituted the mask wearing inside anyway back in California. And, oops, excuse me, I got a little hair in my eye from the brush. And so really the cheeks, if we can't wear bright lipsticks, bright cheeks are probably the way to go if you are wearing a mask. Okay, it's a little too bright for me for every day, but it really would work. And if you picture basically a mask covering this portion, it does light up the face in the same way that lipstick would do without a mask like we're used to doing. So that's kind of fun. I'm going to actually use the same Refy number 4 brush into the yellow. Why? Well, first of all, laziness and why not? And second of all, we're going to be mixing them anyway. So let me go into this yellow, which I would not wear on my cheeks alone. You can. Very golden. It depends on your skin tone. I would think a little jaundice on me alone. So let's try it over this. Okay, so first of all, you see it on there, and I haven't blended. Now, let me just kind of blend it in a little. The yellow is gone to the observer. I mean, you can see it there, you know it's there. But to the observer it isn't. I brought down the level of drama in the blush. Again, it's a taste thing. So here we go. We have a little bit of yellow over, kind of giving it that golden look, which you know is there. So you can probably see the yellow, but if you just met me on the street, you certainly wouldn't. And this is it without. Let's go a little darker here, so that you can see the difference, okay? And then let's take the same brush and go into the yellow. And I'm just kind of layering them back into the pink, back into the yellow. You could really quite easily also kind of end with the pink here. As I just kind of layer the blushes, you can go ahead and end with the pink. So this yellow Plumeria blush really looks like it would be quite handy to keep, to tone down, depending on your skin tone, of course, but pretty much any skin tone, to tone down whatever it is you're doing on your face. Yellow counteracts redness. So you could, if you go a little too overboard on a red blush, you can add this. Now remember, if I stare in the mirror here, I'm going to see that yellow, and you guys might too, because you know I just used it. But when you're out and about, no one is going to think anything of it. What I want to do now, I do have some blue, the new Navy Noir Victoria Beckham liner on, and I have a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury mascara. But I could just go out like this. I could make it all about the cheeks. I could have just done the Ultra Pink alone with the shirt, made it all about the cheeks, even if I was wearing a mask. But let's have a little bit of fun, inspired by Scott Barnes himself. Not with the same amount of artistry, mind you. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my already done eyes. So we're just going to go in there a little bit. And I just want to, he did it, of course, in a lot more of a bold fashion than I am doing, but I don't even want that look anyway, unless he's doing it. Ha. I just kind of wanted to add a little bit of sunshine to my eyelids, and I think this is just a really fun way to do it. When we bring our blush up onto our eyes, we also not only complete the look, we use our products more, and like I said, pull together the entire look. So I didn't want to go too overboard. I don't want to walk up to you and have you see that I'm wearing yellow eye makeup. I know you can see it, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to shout I'm wearing yellow eye makeup. If I want to, I could also add, let's do it. Let's add a little bit, just a little bit. Same brush, which is a Refy number 14. I'm taking a little bit of pink on here, and I'm just going to run a little bit of pink, just a little bit, like a little sunset, into the crease on my eye. Just a little bit. I really don't want to go too crazy with the yellow or the pink. I just wanted to kind of tie it together on my eye. And there we have a look that I am incredibly happy with. These are very bold, almost you would say wild colors, and I think this is extremely everyday. I'm really pleased with it. I mean, I could even take a little bit of this yellow Plumeria and just here under the nose where I tend to get a little bit red, that just kind of tones it down. So rather than being a blush color that you can't do anything with, it's kind of a blush color that you can do everything with. What do you think of that? So let me know your thoughts. Had you noticed that this collection was out? And if so, did you go safe on it? Did you want to go a little bit wilder on it? I encourage you, especially this Plumeria, I think is a hit. This is kind of just an all over, very yellow powder that actually works and will work on so many skin tones. Would love to know your thoughts, princesses. Please leave me a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, I would love for you to subscribe. And I will see you, albeit maybe not as bright, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.